Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Raspberry and we've got no Ripple with us today as per social distancing and when working from home. So I've decided to do 2 Point Hospital, so let's jump straight into the particulars. It was developed by 2 Point Studios for Mac OS and Linux, and for the console it was developed by Red Kite Games, and that's for consoles only. It's published by Sega. Current time of filming on Steam, I believe it's £24.99. The lowest price it has been on Steam is £8.49, and that was for 66% off. That's fantastic. I must admit, that's a really good price. I got the game for nothing off of Ripple. He gave it to me through his Humble Bundle, and yeah, I must admit, I'm pretty glad he did. It's passed a lot of time away, and you can get it on obviously PS4, Xbox One and Switch. That was released on the 25th of February 2020. Current time of filming, they are $29.99 in Argos, $27.99 in Smiths, but the Switch has got Nintendo tax put on it, so that's $29.99, and on base it's $27.85. So let's jump straight into the game. The game is obviously a simulator where you're building and running your own hospital. You start from scratch. You have to build everything from reception, GP office. You get an allotted amount of money so you can use to do that. As patients come in, they pay for treatment, and then you get more money coming through. It's really good. I must admit, I can't fault it. I really can't fault it. It's one of them games where you can just sit back, relax, and just play at your own leisure. If I'm honest, it's really relaxing, unless you put it on hard. If you put it on hard, then I can imagine that you're going to have loads of like epidemics coming through, and you're having to rush here and there and everywhere, grab doctors from here to put them to certain rooms and stuff. But as a game to pass time, it's brilliant. It's an absolutely brilliant game. There is a lot of rooms that you can open up as you go through the levels. With each level there is a star progress, should you say. Each hospital, once you get to 1 star, it will open up the next hospital, so you can go to the next hospital just by doing 1 star. With that though, I don't know, it's a bit demoralising because you're leaving the hospital you've just built to go and start again, and then in my opinion, I like to 3-star it. I would like to 3-star every single hospital to say, you know what, I've done every achievement on that level. But it's easy, if you get on a level and you think, you know what, I can't do this, I'm not doing this level, and you've 1-starred it, you can move on to the next level and progress through that. With obviously the game, you have to hire the staff, so you have to hire doctors, nurses, assistants and janitors, I believe. With that as well, certain levels you'll have the doctors will be like junior doctors, so they'll have no qualifications, just basic, and then to proceed you need to train them up, so you'll need to install a training room, send them to a training room so then they can learn and so they can work in certain other rooms, i.e. like surgery. If a doctor needs to learn surgery and you've got a surgery room, you need to send him there for him to work in the surgery, and vice versa sort of thing. And it's like X-ray. If they need to do X-ray, they have to learn to the X-ray and then obviously do it. But it is very simple. It's nothing like challenging. You just click the button and choose what you want them to learn, and then they go and learn it, and then after a certain amount of time they've learned it and you can use them then. But yeah, there's things like that. There's things obviously like where the janitors have to ghost hunt. I believe we've got one coming up now on the screen where someone dies and turns into a ghost, and instead of obviously just the ghost disappearing, the janitor has to go and get rid of him. So that's another job for them to do, which is quite, I must admit, it is really good. The zoom in effect on it is really good. You can really zoom in to the rooms, because I believe on the original theme hospital it was you couldn't go in that far, but this time you can go right in and zoom straight in. The actual letter you've got on the screen now is the 1 star, so effectively once you've got that and you've done the 1st star, you can move on to the next hospital. But like I said, you've just already built that, and you don't want to waste your time and go, oh, do you know what, I'll go and do it again, because like I said, the hospital's only just been built, so you might as well 2-star it or 3-star it and go on and go and go on and go on until you get to a tricky one. You think, do you know what, I can't do it, but it doesn't stop you from moving on. You still can move on, which is good in that perspective. The rooms that you've got obviously chromotherapy, clan clinic, deluxe clinic, DNA lab, fracture ward, head office, injection room, PANS lab, pest control, pharmacy, psychiatry, recovery room, resolution lab, shock clinic, surgery, wards. There is a few more. Obviously you've got a reception that you can put in that, research room, staff room, toilets and training. The staff room, you need for the staff to recuperate. Toilets for patients and staff to obviously go to the toilet. You'll need to put a cafe in at some point when you get later in to feed people, otherwise they start getting the ump. Like anyone, if you don't feed them, everyone gets the ump. And obviously vending machines. There is DLC for it. There's a Bigfoot DLC rooms, which is a doghouse, urban mythology and remythication. There is another DLC which is Pebbery Island DLC rooms, which is identification, escape room and correcting pool. There's a Close Encounters DLC room, which is self-assembly, Toad Hall and personalisation. An Off the Grid DLC room, which is woodwork. There is another one, woodwork, herb garden, pharmacology and tech support. Sorry, I just had to try and look that up. Like you see on the screen, as soon as you get to 3 stars, you can move on to the next one, because once you get to that 3 stars, there's nothing really much to do at the hospital other than make it more wealthy, make it more progressive, easy run sort of thing. On the map now, you'll see that the stars come up of which hospitals are which. This next hospital I go to, you have to restart again. That's the only downfall I have with it, is that you just spent all that time building up the hospital, and you spent it takes a good couple of days to do, and then all of a sudden you've got to rebuild it again. I know it's part of the game, but that's a bit of a downfall, because you feel like all that hard work, you've built it how you want it, and it's tough basically. As you go through, obviously you have money problems, you have to take loans out. You definitely have to take loans out, otherwise you're not going to get through. To build more plots, so then you can put more GP offices in, pharmacies, certain things of the actual hospital to make it more valuable, and you get more money back from it. Once obviously you get the money in the bottom right hand corner up again, you can repay the loan as quick as you can. You don't even have to be honest. You can stay in debt like most people do. But yeah, it's really good, a good, easy, well balanced game. I must admit, it's well over the original theme hospital. I must admit, it's very similar. It's just a carbon copy, but moderned up so much, which I love. I really do. I think they've done a really good job of this, and hats off to them. To be fair, I can't fault it. There is other little things that you can do. Obviously, you've got benches that you put down for patients to sit on. With obviously you're going through it, if you don't want to do the levels on the actual screen now, you can go after about the 3rd or 4th level, you can go into sandbox mode. It opens up, and then you can just build your hospital to how you want it. You go into sandbox mode, and you can see on the screen now, you'll get a list of things that you can do, that you can put up to, like, I think it's $10 million you can start off with. You can have it as easy, you can have the staff hiring, you can say you need to train them up. It's how you want to do it, sort of thing. Like what you're seeing on screen now is my actual sandbox mode, and I think I've just built 2 of everything, if I'm honest. A lot of it is 2 of everything and 1 big ward. It does take a lot of time to get right, but like I said, if you've got time and you just want to go at leisure, you can always save it, go back to it. It's great. So let's go into Final Thoughts. Final Thoughts it's a really good game for the price for me, as Rip will give it to me. It's fantastic. I would have given it a 9. Really would have given it a 9, but it's just that progression thing where you'll do one level, you'll go on to the next level, and then the whole hospital has been wasted. It hasn't wasted, you can go back to it, but it's been wasted, and then you have to rebuild it again. It's like starting from scratch. So I'm going to give it an 8, guys. So I really hope this review helps a lot of people. And honestly, if you can get it for the £8.49 on Steam, if it comes down again, it's a cracking game to buy, to be fair. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers that have come in. And please like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you want to do. But most of all, please stay safe, guys. And we will see you in the next one. Take care.